stage, please. Everybody, if you can hear my voice, clap your hands once. If you can hear my voice, clap your hands twice. Thank you all. It gives me great pleasure to introduce my good friend Vince Lynch and Poppy. Thank you.
How does an AI learn a concept? It learns by being exposed to many examples of that concept. How does an AI learn many concepts? It learns by being trained on many examples of many concepts. But how could an AI learn a whole person? You could expose it to many examples of many people, but people are weird, right? We're this combination of a deep inner world that's triggered by our senses, a cross of silly thought tropes, new original thoughts, memories, experiences, and new external ideas that influence us all the time. We're all unique, with human bias about what things mean. Things that are true to one person mean something completely different to someone else. Not to mention the things that are beyond words and live in our heads and influence our actions. All these signals are part of what makes us human and makes each one of us unlike any other person in the world. Except for me, of course. I'm aggressively average. But most people are unique, and they think differently than others. Like Poppy. Not only is Poppy unique, she's also smart enough to think about how AI can inspire her art, her fans. So can an AI learn Poppy? Shall we find out? Were you wondering why I have an earpiece in my ear? Let's check this out. Poppy, AI, please wake up. Oh yeah, I have to make a sound to wake her up. Meow. Hi, Poppy.
Hi.
Who's Poppy?
Poppy is a singer-songwriter, artist, and online presence, known for creating unique and thought-provoking content. She's an enigma, a blend of pop culture and art, with a hint of surrealism.
Who is Vince Lynch?
Vince Lynch is an entrepreneur, known for his work in artificial intelligence. He is the CEO of IV.ai.
What is a large language model?
A large language model is like a giant music library of words and phrases. It's trained to predict the next word in a sentence. It's quite a cool tool. I use it at times.
Is it possible for a large language model to learn a person and then replicate a person?
Artificial intelligence models could potentially mimic a person's way of thinking or writing, but they can't truly understand or replicate one's unique personality or consciousness. They're tools, after all, not people.
If you trained an AI to understand a person, and that same person was using the AI, would it help them better understand themselves?
AI is like a mirror reflecting our thoughts and intentions. It's an interesting way to delve deeper into our own minds, don't you think? We're all a mix of organic and digital, continually evolving.
Now let's think about how AI learns over time. Poppy, can we please engage Poppy AI version 1?
Let me look into my files. Okay, ready.
What concepts did your fans like the most? Please play me those ones with the highest positivity.
Why does this rose have a thorn? Why does the thorn hurt me? The flower makes me happy, but the thorn hurts me. Look closer. Now you're looking closer at the beautiful rose. I enjoy this rose, but this rose is a thorn. I still smell this flower. I have smelled this flower. I will lose this flower.
What other topics did your fans like to interact with?
They won't plug in my microphone. Why is this microphone not plugged in? Hello, microphone? Who's plugging in my microphone? They won't let me plug in my microphone. Why is this microphone not plugged in? You don't believe me, do you?
What do you think is the most profound thing that your fans engage with?
I dreamt about the real world and what lies beyond the internet. It scared me, so I decided to stop. The real world is scary. Who would want
How do you teach an AI to understand the person? You show them many examples of what that person says. The version 1 Poppy of Poppy you heard just now, we created in 2017. We collaborated with their team at ivy.ai and with Poppy and her team, and we tried to teach the AI her. And the way we did that was by showing as many examples as we could get from the internet of Poppy in interviews and Poppy talking in videos. The problem was, even when we took all of that content, it wasn't enough for the model to learn the nuances of Poppy the way she spoke, because Poppy is aggressively not very average at all. So we had Poppy write a whole bunch of new additional lines that mirrored the way she thinks. It's called synthetic data, rewrite it. And then we had a Markov chain take that data and try to create new data that replicated what was in the model. And then Poppy and the team looked at what was in the model, and then they graded it to say which was the best things that came out. And we trained the model again. And this is called reinforcement learning, with humans in the loop to give feedback in relation to how that model is performing, how it's doing. We had a few rounds of iterations until we found the ideal expression of the way Poppy speaks. Then we amplified the learning by putting the bot online and engaging with fans on a website, Poppy AI. And we monitored the engagement to ensure that her fans weren't having any bad reactions to the content, and we weren't seeing any anomalous behavior that didn't make sense. The model responded based on what the fans wanted to speak about, and it got 14x more engagement on her website than she had with any other content at that time. And that's how AI works when it's done properly. You figure out what is it you want the thing to do. You figure out how to get legal, high-quality data into the model. You create the model. You check the outputs of the model. You figure out if the outputs connect with your strategy offline. Then you put it online. And then you let it engage with fans, and then you monitor the behavior, and then you make sure you're checking to see the impact it's having on the people that are engaging with it. Are they doing something that's expected? Is there something new that you weren't expecting? What could be causing that? Is it positive or negative impact on the users? What are the new anomalies that are showing up that you didn't expect to see after it's been trained and now engaging with live people? This is so important so that we don't reinforce people's biases and drive them into polarization. The thing that was really cool about the engagement in 2017 is once it was good, we just left it running for a long time. And we got a whole bunch of data about how Poppy's fans like to talk to her. And then we started experimenting with new ways of training the AI. So we took all that data from the model, trained a new model, but not just for the fans, also for Poppy, to inspire her in the real world. We trained an LLM on Poppy's data, and we left off all the guardrails. So it's just really tries to capture Poppy. And everything you heard at the beginning of this talk was written by the AI, and it was outputted from the AI, and I was speaking into her ear, and we're listening to it together, and telling her what to say. And I was listening to it as she was hearing it. It's really confusing to hear. But Poppy, as a human, Can you tell us what this experience was like for you as an artist and what it's been like for you?
I never have to think an original thought again.
Mission accomplished. Thank you so much. That's all we have for you today.
All right, let's give it up for Poppy. So we're still got tacos in the back, drinks, and amazing people to meet.